Hello, everyone. My name is Leanne. Welcome to Diamonds and Doxies. I'm glad you're here. If you're returning, thank you so much. If you are returning and you haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost anything, so it would be nice for you to go ahead and subscribe. You might actually like it here. And for those of you that are already subscribed, hello, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see, and we'll consider subscribing. So anyway, I am trying to get some Smashing the Specials done because silly me, you know, all throughout the year, I was like, well, since last year, really, I didn't do Smashing the Specials, but I was like, I am going to do Smashing the Specials this next time. So I've been collecting them, and in doing so, I've got quite a few, and there is no way I'll get them done. I have too much going on. For those of you who've been around for a little bit, you know that I'm in the process of selling my house and moving to another house, and yeah, so I'm already packing up stuff. But this, I totally forgot that I even had. Oh no, where's my, I totally forgot I had this. It is, yeah, this is what happens when you go to move and you got to purge everything. It was in my stash, and this was from the Advent calendar last year, y'all. Yeah. So yeah, it's a 3D Christmas tree. So it's gonna look like that. It's Diamond Art Club. It's got double-sided acrylic tree plate, wooden base. So the tree itself is acrylic, pre-sorted, color-coded diamonds. And then you got your steps. So yeah, I know it seems like I have a lot of Christmas Smashing the Special stuff, and that's because I am a sucker, do you hear me, for Christmas decorations. Absolutely a sucker. Okay, so here we've got our wood base. It is wood. That's good to know. Hang on a second. Trying to multitask here. Okay. And then you've got a two-sided tree. Oh, I see. It's going to go like a debt. Okay. All right. Okay, well, let's get started on some, shall we? Now, this has been, yes, it has been opened, I think. No, I never opened it, so it didn't come with a toolkit, which is A-okay in my book. I don't really need a toolkit. Okay. Let's see if I can move this just a little bit. And I'm sorry about the glare. I'm in my bedroom, and I've got the overhead lights on, but if I don't, then it'll be way too dark, so. Okay, let me get a tray. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and, you know what? I'm gonna use one of the larger, is that a larger one? Hang on. No, yes, it is, yes. See, here's the smaller tray and the larger tray. Well, no, that looks so similar. This one looks a tiny bit smaller, but anyway, I'm going to use this one because why not? And then I think I also, so I can show you, I bought the Twist and Pick stainless steel placer, and I put my own putty in it. I put Tracy's, anyway, I don't know that her name's on here. Oh, there it is. Tracy's DP World. Goodness gracious, Leanne, come on. Anyway, I put this in here because I wanted to see if it would work. Works great. And I put my metal multi-placer on this end. And these fit great, y'all. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let me get my scissors. Where are my scissors? Well, you know, I had to move everything around, and now I can't find a darn thing. Here we go. Right in the middle of my complaining. Okay, let's see here. Man, even this is still a little dark, but that's okay. So how's everybody been? You can tell, I'm sure, that I'm just like befuddled over here. Okay, so 13. I like to do one color at a time. We'll see if that is a good way to go or not. And so I don't get my hand all up in here. I'm gonna just kind of fold this back and just work on this part here. Hang on one second. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I think this is gonna be my life for a little bit anyways. As you know, if you've been here, you know that I'm closing, or we're closing on a house, and on the 16th, supposedly. Well, there was some roof damage from the hurricane that we had, and she filed a claim with her insurance agent, or with TWIA, which is what we have, Texas Windstorm Insurance Agency, so it's government, of course, and she filed the claim, and the adjuster came out. This was on the 18th of July, and she still hasn't heard back. So we have a friend that's a roofer on the other side of Houston, so he's going to come out and let us know, because we already know that the roof is an overlay. So we already know that, and it was 12 years ago. So we also know that, you know, maybe we'll get another, you know, I don't know, 3 to 5 years out of the roof. Wait a minute, is that all the 13s? Seriously? Just that one? No, here's one. I can't see very well, y'all. I don't know if this is going to work. I may have to add. Where was that 13? Do y'all see it? Here it is. I may have to add the little light that attaches to this thing because I cannot see. Oh, there's some 13s up there. Okay. My eyes are definitely worse. Definitely worse. For close-up, for far away, it's still fine. But, well, because I have glasses for that, but I was getting away with not wearing any corrective lenses for close-up. Now I can't do that, so. Alrighty, there's that one. Let's see what 13s we have on this one. And I guess I just need to forget about trying to, I may have to cover it up with some release papers or something, though, in a little bit. Because in a little bit, I'll get back to what I was saying. So a friend of ours is going to come out and look at the damage. It's just on, it's got a detached 2-car garage, which is essentially a man cave. Because it's got a 2-car attached garage. And then they added a 2-car detached garage that's insulated. It's got, you know, air conditioning and whatnot in there. So, I guess a tree limb, because there's a lot of big trees, a tree limb fell, and when it fell, it clipped the side of that garage, ripped down the gutter, did just a little bit of damage to the roof, knocked down the fence, which we're not too concerned about the fence because we want to put a new fence in anyway. You know, it's very important to us that our dogs are, you know, safe and secure. So, yeah, and the fence is older. I don't know how much older, but it's older. And, yeah, Snoopy will dig, you know, he will dig. He's never dug out, but, you know, if there's something on the other side, he will dig a giant hole. So, and then Maggie is small enough that she could go through said hole. So, you know, we just don't want to go there. So we're going to put in a new fence. Anyway, so it's really no big deal that that doesn't get fixed. Because we're actually planning on replacing, because it's a wrought iron fence. And we just want to go ahead and put wood fence. So, anyway, so we'll see. But, so Dave can tell us, though, you know, oh, no, that, you know, if you're going to just, because he said originally you may not be able to repair it because it's a double layer. You know, it's got 2 layers. And you might not be able to. You might have to rip the whole thing off and start over. So we're thinking, you know, if he can say, well, you know what, you can repair it until you get a new roof. And because we're going to, like I said, you know, roofs are, at 12 years old, it's pushing its limits. I'd say 12 to 15 years is about the norm. You know, we get storms and, you know, yeah, it's just the way that is. So we're hoping he will say it's not that expensive, in which case we will just go to the owner and say, you know, hey, it's going to cost $5,000 or whatever. How about you knock $5,000 off of the selling price? Now, you know, in her mind, she might be like, well, no, because my insurance company is going to pay to have it fixed. And so it would cost me nothing. Well, true, but the other side of that is we can't close until it's fixed. So, you know, you might, I mean, it's a lot of money to walk away from. So I don't know. So that's what we're hoping that Dave's going to say, hoping he's not going to come back and go, no, the whole thing's going to have to be replaced. Because I don't really want to do that. I mean, we could replace just that and then, you know, replace the rest of the roof later on. But, yeah, not necessarily something we'd like to do, of course. So, anyway, and it does need to be fixed. And, you know, and right now, I mean, people still have tarps on their roofs because it's just, you know, roofers and fencing right now are very hard to come by. Very hard. We still have fences down everywhere. Yeah, it takes time. And I don't know if it's because people didn't, yeah, you have to have, I mean, if you're financing, you have to have windstorm. And out here, the only thing is available is through the government. When I first moved here, for the first, I don't know, 3 years, yeah, for the first 3 years, I had private windstorm, and it was half the price of what it is now. You know, it's the government, what can you say? But, and it could be because, like, I think my deductible is like 2.5%. So unless you're replacing a whole roof and a fence, you know, it's, your deductible just really isn't going to cover it, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Oh, let's see where I missed 2 over here. So these are essentially the same, right? So maybe I should keep them closer together. So anyway, I'll be glad when that's done. House went live on the market yesterday afternoon. No showings so far. My real estate agent said, you know, this weekend there will be though. So I've been doing every day. I've been taking, before I do anything else pleasurable like diamond painting or anything, I purge something. So my closet is really looking a lot better. I took some more stuff to storage. I had, you know, I just accumulate crap. And then I have a bedding set that I'm like, no, I'm sure we're not going to want this. So, and I just had it stored. I've got like 4 comforter sets or quilt sets for my bed because I'm always changing my mind. Ah, dang it. There's one there. So I'm always changing my mind. But this one here, I was like, nah, I didn't like it much from the beginning. So I know that's not going to be in our color palette. So, and you know, and Max, he's used to not even having a quilt or a comforter. He just has blankets. It's like, no, we can't just have blankets. You know? Do we have to have a lot of throw pillows? Yeah, just at least one, okay? You know? So, but then, you know, he also considers the shams, you know, those throw pillows. I'm like, those are not throw pillows. I need those to lean up against when I'm watching TV in bed. Those are necessary. So, anyway, yes, we used to be married. Yes, but that was a long time ago. And, you know, you get set in your ways. You know, especially when the only person you've had to please is yourself. Yeah, you just get set in those old ways. So there will be some compromising. Okay, this is 11. So anyway, here in a little bit, I am expecting, I don't think, this is not a large one. The large one, I think, Did I pack them away? No. Y'all. Yeah, I think I did. I think I packed them away. That's all right. I mean, I have big trays that aren't Diamond Art Club. Okay, I see where we're going with this, so let's get started. So anyway, I'm waiting for him to text me, so I have my iPad right here so that he can text me and let me know when we're going to go eat lunch, when we're going to go meet Dave. He's not sure, but he thinks Dave wants to go eat lunch with us, but he's not sure. Now, you need to bear in mind, we eat lunch like at 11, and Dave is coming from, he lives out in the country on the other side, the complete opposite side of us. So he's a good hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes away from this side of town. So, we'll see. We shall see. But, you know, needless to say, I'm already hungry. That shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, I've been up since about 4:30, laid there for a little bit, got up at 4:45. And, yeah, so my body says it's hungry because it's been up for X number of hours. I don't eat when I first wake up. That one drills no bueno. So anyway, but my house, y'all, is it's so funny because, you know, I got it purged so it could go on the market, got rid of all the clutter and everything, and then, you know, cleaned like a mad woman, and my house looks so good. It's like, oh no, this is way better. How does that happen? You know, it's like, I mean, I took something to storage today that was still wrapped up from the movers when I moved in here 5 years ago. Like, Leanne, you really need to consider getting rid of it because, you know, you don't need it, obviously. I mean, I didn't even realize it was, yeah, it was still, you know, they put that plastic wrap on stuff. Yeah, it had the plastic wrap on it. I was like, good grief. So, I mean, 5 years, you haven't missed it. You hadn't wondered where, I mean, I didn't have to wonder where it was. It was sitting on the top shelf of my closet because I didn't know where else to put it. So, yeah, maybe time. Maybe. I think once I get to the house, I will. I'll probably, because it's small stuff that can ship, so I may put it on Mercari or something. You know, I don't know if y'all ever heard of, well, Longaberger used to partner with Boyd's Bears. I don't know if you've ever heard of those or not, but they're little resin or something bears, and they all have a different basket. You know, that is one of the Longaberger baskets, and then it's a treasure box. And I have so many still in the boxes because I used to sell Tupperware, and they would sell, yes, I did sell Tupperware, but this is Longaberger. Did I say Tupperware? Anyway, Longaberger, and I still have quite a few of their baskets. I did sell a lot when I moved over here, but I still have quite a few. Anyway, I collected those little bears, and I have some that are sitting out, but some of them are still in boxes. And I even have the store, you know, they had like a shelf. I think I bought that on eBay. That's like a display shelf for like a shop, you know, to display the different treasure boxes. And so I may keep that, and the ones I have open, you know, that I have displayed already, I may put those up in my craft room and have that hanging on my craft room. But I think the other ones I just need to get rid of because why am I packing this around, you know? It makes no sense. So I may do that. I won't sell anything on Facebook, though, because, first of all, I think there's more scammers on Facebook than there are actual buyers sometimes, you know? And it's like, I don't want to be bothered with that. And that's why I don't even destash my kits on, this is having a hard time picking up these ABs. Maybe I need to twist it a little bit more, just a smidge. When I first put it in, I twisted it way too hard, and it just kept coming out, coming out, and coming out. It's a soft putty. It's much softer than the putty that Diamond Art Club gives you. But anyway, I don't like destashing on the destash groups because I understand why, you know, they use PayPal. I mean, I get it. It protects everybody. I get that. But one time somebody sent me some money on PayPal, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get it. And, you know, I'd put in my username and everything. It would say, you know, that username doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, well, let me change everything. And then I'd put in my new usernames. No, you can't use that. You've already used that. Like, well, if you know that, then why can't I get in? So I mean, eventually, I think after a while, it just goes back to the person who sent it. And, you know, she never contacted me, of course, you know, I mean. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to use PayPal. So, but I get people don't want to just send us, you know, someone they don't know money and hope that their package gets to them, you know. So I get that. I'll see too much is coming out. But at the same, that's why I like using Mercari or something like that, because then you're still protected. I can get my money and all is well. So, yeah, I mean, you do have to pay a $2 fee to get your money, but I don't think PayPal is not much different, you know. I mean, I think you have a fee there too, so it's just easier. And I think I could probably ship cheaper using Pirate Ship, but you can't do that with Mercari because they want to be able to track. So you just, I mean, you print the label and you ship it. So yeah, I mean, I think it's still cheaper. This putty's really soft. Doesn't take much, and it comes out too much. I still think it's cheaper than, like, if I went to the UPS store, and because I always choose UPS because I don't know, I like them better, you know, and it automatically comes with $100 of insurance, so I like that. But, you know, could I ship it cheaper with Pirate Ship? Probably, but not by much, maybe like $1, so, you know, no big deal. But, oops. And I always put in, because I bought something off of Poshmark, a kit. I bought a D-stash for my J-wall. I wanted Secret Garden from Diamond Art Club. So I bought it from a lady on Poshmark. And I don't know how she did it, but she used United States Postal Service Ground Advantage, and it was like $7.99. And I'm like, I don't know how that works, because on Mercari, it has you put in the dimensions of the box. And she shipped it in a Diamond Art Club box, which is what I do as well. And, you know, so I measure the box. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't even give me an option for that, it doesn't give me an option for that shipping method. It's got priority mail, which is insane, and UPS and maybe FedEx. I'm not sure. But I'm like, how do you do that? I don't know. So if you know, let me know. I mean, have you shipped a big Diamond Art Club kit in one of those big Diamond Art Club boxes for $8? I don't know. I don't know if she ends up getting charged. You know, when the package gets there, they charge back Poshmark, who charges her. I'm just, you know, I'm always afraid that, because I'd be okay with that, but I would be afraid that it would, you know, the customer or the buyer would have to, you know, go down to the post office and pay the extra, and I don't want that. You know, I don't want that at all. So I imagine they don't want that either, right? I wouldn't. So, I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts? I have used pirate ship once, and that was to ship a package to Mia in Denmark. So, yeah. So at least, I mean, that's the only experience I have with using pirate ship, honestly, shipping to a foreign country. But it's cheaper than, you know, going like to the UPS store. I mean, if you already have an account, it's probably cheaper to use your account. But, you know, and I used to, way back in the day, I had eBay, and I sold a lot of stuff on eBay. So I did. I had my own UPS account, could print my own labels at home, you know, a label printer, I had my own scale. But, you know, I don't do that anymore, so have no desire to do that anymore. I quit doing it right about the time that it was getting, you know, where people could leave you negative feedback and, you know, and you couldn't rebut. You couldn't say anything. That was what they were leaning towards. And, I mean, I had people that were like, you know, if you don't, you know, do this, then I'm going to leave you a negative remark. And it's like, you know, see, now that's not fair. You can't go around threatening people with stuff like that. And, you know, people do that with social media. You know, they do it to a lot of businesses, especially, you know, restaurants and stuff. And it's like, you can do that to a major chain or something, and they're really not going to feel it, right? But, you know, don't do that. I mean, you shouldn't do that anyway. You know, first of all, you should be honest in your reviews and not hold someone hostage. Because I've seen them do it. I've seen it happen. A friend of mine owned a business, and this lady left some of the most outrageous claims. One thing, she was commenting on the cashier looked like a dog. That was the owner's. It was a husband and wife team. I'm like, why? You know, why? Yeah, you know, it was just terrible. Anyway, he came back, you know, he responded on Yelp with, I've got copies of the emails that you sent me that you wanted free food or else you were going to do this, you know, leave a bad review. And, you know, it's like negotiating with terrorists or something. It's like, no, not going to happen. And so, you know, I don't know. I was like, why do people do that? Why do people have to be sucky? Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I am not. Sometimes I'm rude when I don't mean to be. You know, but, I mean, how do you live with yourself, you know? Like, I can't go to sleep at night if I think that I might have harmed somebody. I mean, and if it's not too late, I'll call them up and go, hey, I was thinking about, I always think about all the things I said throughout the day, and then I'll go, oh, you know, I bet that didn't come out right. You know, now that I'm thinking back on how I said it, because I can be a real smartass without even realizing it. I think the polite term is snarky, which sounds a lot better, but the result is the same. And sometimes, you know, usually if you're my friend, I'm going to tease you. If I don't tease you, I don't really like you. Yeah. Or I don't know you, you know. So then no, I won't. But because then I really wouldn't be teasing you in a funny way. If I don't like you, I'd be being mean. And again, I don't want to be mean for the sake of being mean. But anyway, I mean, I'll think, oh man, I said, yeah, that didn't come out right. That sounded really snotty or really rude or, you know, and I can't go to sleep. I will have to, you know, if it's, like I said, if it's not too late, I will call the person up and go, hey, I said this, and I don't think it came out the way I meant for it to come out, and I am very sorry. Sometimes I miss it, y'all. I mean, sometimes I don't, and so I always tell people, look, You know, if I do something that upsets you, please let me know, because I will either let you know I am so sorry, I did not mean to say it like that, or I didn't realize that was hurtful. Or I may say, well, yeah, I said that because of this, and I stand by my statement. So carry on with not liking me or being mad at me. You know, I mean, that's fine too. But let me know, because, you know, that's how misunderstandings happen. And I've seen it so many times. You know, well, I don't like so-and-so because they said this or they did that. And I'm like, are you know, well, did you talk to him about it? No. Well, you know, and maybe it's my fault, because I always give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, I'm always like, well, I'm sure they didn't mean anything mean by it, you know. It just came out that way. But, yeah, always ask me, you know. That was kind of, you know, Leanne, did you mean to say this? Because I thought that was hurtful. Because I can assure you, if I meant for it to be hurtful, you would have known by my tone of voice, my red face, the tears in my eyes, you know. So I don't think there would ever be a question of, I wonder if she meant that. Yeah, she did. But, you know, ask me, or at least say, what did you mean by that, you know? Give me a chance. I think everybody deserves a chance to explain themselves. So you have a chance. And I want that consideration. I want to give others that consideration. And I don't know how I got off on this topic. Don't know where, not sure where the road forked, and there I went. I don't know. I really don't know how I got off on this tangent. But here we are. So anyway, okay, let's move on. Are any of y'all doing the Smash and the Specials? I know some of you are. I'm hoping, well, I didn't work on my Oz and Og yesterday. No, I take that back. I did just long enough to listen to Mia's WIP and chat. And I am so far behind, y'all. Before I started doing YouTube, and before I, started, putting my house on the market and all that great stuff, I mean, I knew what days my favorite YouTubers came out with their WIP and chats, and I would be like, okay, here we go, settling in, on my WIP and chats. And I'd listen to a couple. I'd diamond paint for hours, and listening to my WIP and chats. And now it's like, I don't have time, I really don't. So I can listen to like one at a time, which has thrown me so far behind. I haven't listened to Katie's, which came out on Monday. I haven't listened to Shay's, which came out on Wednesday, I think. And I need to listen to that because it's got the secret word, the code word. So I got to do that today. And, but I want to work on my Oz and Og while I listen to it, because that's the purpose of it. So, but I also want to get this done. So we shall see. So I am so far behind. So far behind. But I think once I get, settled somewhere, get my house sold, and I mean sold, like closed and done and dusted, and then I'm set up over at Max's house, it'll be better. And then once we get to the new house, we get it all fixed up, it will be so much better, because yes, it's going to take me a little bit to get moved in and get settled. That's going to be a little rough. But, I'm going to have two places to diamond paint again. One is going to be where I do my filming, and it's going to be in one of the bedrooms upstairs. So it'll be insulated, and not insulated, but it's got carpet, So I noticed whenever I did my unboxing in my dining room, it was like echo, echo, echo. So yeah. So it'll be a good place to record and, be out of everybody's way, and TV shouldn't be bothersome. Not sure about the dogs, how that's going to work out, because Snoopy and Gus are used to wherever I am, that's where they are. And so, but we don't want the dogs upstairs. So, because I don't know if you've ever had dachshunds, but if a dachshund goes potty outside, it's because they were outside and they wanted to. So Snoopy's real good about going outside. He's been house trained for quite a while. Having said that, I would not put it past him. If he needed to go and he couldn't get outside, then yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. But Gus and Maggie, they're still kind of young. So, because Snoopy didn't get that way till he was much older. Lily was house trained, but until the very end, everything started failing her, and she could just be laying on the floor and just, make a huge puddle, just huge, and it was sticky because she had diabetes. We never could. I mean, that was ultimately the straw that broke the camel's back. It went up. It never came down. She was on so much insulin, never came down. Never even kind of came down. She went to the vet once a week for fluid injections, and then she'd go to, they would try to give her insulin and measure her blood sugars, and he was like, I can't get it to come down. And then she was already deaf, and then you could tell, she was losing her vision, and I was like, oh, God. And then, out of nowhere, she went there that morning, it was on a Monday, for her usual, test to see if we could get, give her more insulin and see if that would help. And I was taking her in, and she always liked to walk in so she could stop, smell, pee, and all that good stuff. And she stopped. I got her out of the car, put her on the sidewalk, and she just stopped and looked at me like, Mama, I can't do it. And so I took her in. I told them, I said, she's not doing very well. So they're like, okay, well, Dr. Murphy will look at her. And then he called me, and he said, I was at the nail salon getting my nails done. So he called, so I had to call him back once I got done. And he's like, Leanne, when did she start having a hard time breathing? And I said, well, she's been having a hard time breathing, but this morning was the worst. And I explained how I couldn't, she couldn't walk. She had to have help. He said, yeah, I did an x-ray of her chest. And he said, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I have, sent it over to a specialist to confirm what I'm seeing, but it's not good. And he goes, she's very, very sick. And I said, okay, are you telling me that, we need to rethink? And he said, yeah, I do. So I left the nail salon, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And so I called Joy, who works down there at the office, and she babysat Lily when Lily was a pup. When she was, I didn't want to board her, she was too young, so she came over and stayed at my house. So she's known Lily pretty much her entire life. And so I called her, and I said, wait, what number is this? And I said, Joy, I said, Lily's sick, right? She goes, yeah, she's very sick, Leanne. And I said, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do I need to let her go? I don't know. And she said, well, I really can't, that's your decision. I can't make that decision for you. I said, I get that. I said, all right, let me ask you a different question. If she was your pup, what would you do? And she said, Leanne, she's very, very sick. She is not going to get any better. If she were mine, I would go ahead and alleviate her suffering. So I said, okay. So I called my son and called Max, and okay, I'm going to have to quit talking about it because it's still very painful. Still very painful. So, and it's been over a year. She passed away on January 23rd. And still not over it. So January 23rd of 2023. So, you know, it's been over a year, but she was my girl, you know, and I got her when Max and I weren't even divorced. We were separated, and she was my girl. So, yeah, I'll never not miss her. I'll never not miss her. And then, you know, I'm like, what have I done? Because, you know, I had said at first, I was like, I can't do this broken heart thing. You know, this is going to kill me. You know, my heart is literally aching, you know, it's literally breaking. I cannot do this again. So I'm like, I am not getting another dog. And because I don't want to do this. I'm just going to let Snoopy be an only child, and I'm just not going to do it. Well, y'all, I got putty on this. I've been following this particular breeder. Now, Snoopy was a rescue, so I still follow the rescues. My son and his significant other, I guess she's his common law wife, I don't know. But they foster for Dachshund Rescue of Houston. So I still follow them. But anyway, I had been following this one breeder, and she posted a picture that was from one of her sires that I loved him. I was like, oh my gosh, I want that pup. He's so handsome. And he's a wire-haired. So anyway, she showed the pup, and I was like, he's mine. I mean, immediately, you know how you see a picture and you're like, nope, nope, he's mine. I know he's mine. And I wasn't even, you know, I didn't even have that on my radar. Everybody was like, I didn't know you were going to get another dog. I was like, I didn't either, but there he was. And it was like, nope, that pup's coming with me. So I I sent her a private message. And she was like, well, he's my last one. And, you know, I'm going to, I'll sell him for this much, and I'll meet you semi-close. I had to drive about 2.5 hours to get him. And I immediately sent her money. I was like, I did not want another person. It was like, I have to have this pup. He is mine. And that would be Gus. So, I know I was teasing Max because he was like, man, how are we going to do this with 3 dogs? I said, it'd probably be easier if we had 4. He's kind of like, no. So, I don't know. But, yeah. I don't know. Something about Gus. It was just, I felt like Lily said, him, Mom. Get him. And Lily was so laid back. She didn't rush. Even when she thought she was flying through the air, she really wasn't. Although, I will tell you this, she has caught a bird in midair. She's caught doves on the ground. She's caught so many rabbits I can't even count. She's killed a gazillion lizards. And, she's killed rats, but she won't eat them. She won't eat rats. She wouldn't eat rats or lizards, obviously, because lizards make her sick. I always get on to her so she'd leave my frogs alone, but then she finally got her mouth on her frog, and, yeah, it made her sick. So she started frothing at the mouth, and, yeah, she didn't like it. So I was like, good. I'm glad that you got a taste of that. So then she'd kind of go over there and look at them and kind of harass them, but she would not touch them. So I love my frogs. But, yeah, I love my bunnies, too. But she'd eat a rabbit. She'd eat doves. She'd eat birds. Yeah, she didn't care. So, anyway, Gus is a very gentle soul. He doesn't, Lily liked kids, and that's rare for dachshunds to like kids. Snoopy does not, so I have to lock him up in his crate when there are children over, or pretty much anybody, because he just, man, I placed that horribly. There. He just, yeah, he has to get to know people, so I have to put him in the crate. But Gus, no, people come over, dogs come over, he just wants to get up and, be beside me and watch the festivities. If they're playing and whatnot, he does not want to. He wants to be beside his mama. So, now Lily was the opposite. Lily did want all the loving. I mean, she'd bark at you, but as soon as you bent down to, touch her, she'd immediately roll over on her back for you to tickle her belly. So, yeah. So I always tell him his big sissy is his guardian angel. And sent him to me. He was born 1 week to the day after she passed away. I hate when I get putty. This is why I like using a glue dot. I might switch pens. I don't have this problem when I use glue dots or when I use putty in my multi-placer. Well, there's no multi-placing on this though, is there? All right, let me look over here. Okay, I see. What number is this? 10. Here we go. What's good is once you do one side, you can kind of look over. Is that a 10? Oh, that's 13. Here's a 10. Okay. Okay, so another one should be over here. Yep, there it is. Oh, I am getting hungry, y'all. Max wants to go to BJ's. I was hoping to go to a place over in Friendswood called Locals. It is so good. It's a small place, but they have got the best smash burgers. Oh my goodness. He had street tacos though, and he said they were the best. But I don't know if I could have anything there besides... Oh, no, I can see now that I missed two. It's like, I don't know, that smash burger though, man, gosh, it was so good. Num, 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 num. I need to quit thinking about food. Okay, I think that's it. They look similar. Man, I saw where North Carolina, I guess, is getting inundated. Apparently that storm went out back into the water, back into the Gulf, and then back in. And we know what that's like. That is not good. Anytime we've had major flooding around here is from that scenario. It is not good. Okay, 9. So I hope they're okay. I know they're not, though. I know there's got to be a lot of flooding. Ooh, I should have done 9 last because... All right, I have to really pay attention. Really pay attention because I need some light over here. I'm going to have to do that in a little bit. I'm going to have to pause and put a different light up or just open up my blinds. That would help. But it makes it so hot in here in the mornings because I get that eastern sun comes right up over my bedroom, and it makes it really hot in here. So fortunately, the west is in the front, though, so I don't have to worry too much about being hot in my bedroom at night, thank goodness. So, yeah, I have to really pay attention because... Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go in search. When I wore contacts, I used to wear reading glasses for anything up close. I had to, or take my contacts out, and I'm not going to do that because I wore them for like 2 weeks at a time. No, a week. I wore them for a week at a time. And, but I'm going to have to go find some readers and knew that was going to happen eventually, you know. Eventually it was going to happen to me. But, I mean, I've had a good... When did I get... I went to a Tupperware thingy, and it was a hotel, but they had like, this had like a 3-bedroom apartment, like, you know, suite or whatever. And so for cheap, I mean, it wasn't expensive. I think it was like an extended stay Marriott or something. I don't remember. Anyway, one of the girls that went with us, she had pink eye, but she said it was cured. And, you know, she'd been on antibiotics and all this stuff. I have never in my life had pink eye, okay? So guess what happened? I got pink eye. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, you know, took out my contacts, went to the eye doctor. They prescribed me all, you know, all this stuff, drops and whatnot. So did all that. And then it was like, okay, pink eye is gone, or so I thought. I put my contacts back in. Now, these were disposable, so I wasn't replacing them with, you know, more. I wasn't, you know, I was replacing them with brand new ones. These weren't the used ones, right? And, yeah, almost immediately the pink eye came back. And so I went to my eye doctor again. He's like, yeah, you got a bad case of it. So I'm going to have to start the whole regimen over again. I was like, okay. So obviously I quit wearing contacts and started wearing my glasses. And then I was like, you know, it's kind of convenient because most of the time in my life, I am looking at close-up things. So now I don't have to have readers. I just take off my glasses. So when I'm at home, I just have my normal glasses for like when I'm driving or watching TV. I have them sitting off to the side. So it's like I only have to keep up with one pair of glasses as opposed to I think I had about 30 pair of readers. And so I was like, yeah, I think I'll try this. And so I quit wearing my contacts for, I don't know, about 9 months, I'd say. And then one day I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to try to wear contacts again. Y'all, could not do it. Could not do it. Ever since that whole thing with the pink eye, I have dry eyes. And I couldn't. I mean, it's like my eyeball changed. And, I mean, I had to put the drops in both eyes, so it was both eyes had changed. And I just couldn't do it. And so I was like, okay, well, just set them aside. You don't have to. You got glasses. And then, I don't know, several months later, I was like, let me try this again. And because I was like, you know, I would like to wear my sunglasses outside. And nope. It didn't, I couldn't really get them on my eye. You know, it's like it's like I had a different eyeballs. So I was like, well, I guess I'm just switching over to glasses. Why do I care anyway? So I got me some glasses, and I got the transitions that turn to sunglasses when you go outside. And, yeah, so that's what I do now. And for the most part, I don't wear them at home. Well, when I go to bed, I do, because I put them on to watch TV. But, like during the day, they just sit in, you know, in the kitchen waiting for me to go by my purse, waiting for me to, when I leave, I grab them. But I really don't need them at home, right? So, but I think those days of easy peasy lemon squeezy are over. So, I don't know. I'm tempted to go to the eye doctor and get actual reading glasses, prescription kind, not just, you know, the ones you buy at Walgreens or something. So we'll see, because I don't really know what strength I need. I found some that were in my study, and I grabbed those, and it was like, okay, these are a little too strong, you know. It's like, ugh. I I mean, I finally, I don't know if y'all knew this or not. I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't know. But my internet had been foobar, and I could not, for the life of me, figure it out. I plugged everything back in, and multiple times, it was like, well, it's got to be this. And my cameras, I've got security cameras on my house. They weren't working, and I was like, what in the heck? And it all pretty much started after the hurricane. But then it wasn't great, but it was usable, right? And then we had a thunderstorm, a really bad thunderstorm, and I swear I was waiting to hear. I mean, it was so loud. We were asleep. Me and the Popes were asleep. It was so loud. I woke up going, screaming. I was like, oh my God, someone's house must have gotten hit. I mean, because it sounds like a freaking bomb. And the power went out. I was like, what in the heck? But it came back, it didn't stay gone long. And ever since that storm, my internet was just limping. And then it just finally quit working. So I was like, all right, I guess I've tried everything else. I guess I'll take it up to the Xfinity store and see if they'll give me a new router. I just gotten that modem, right before the hurricane, maybe like 2 weeks prior to the hurricane. So I'm like, let's see what they say. And I get over there, and she was like, oh, yeah. She said, we've been encouraging people, if you had it, during the hurricane, to change it. And she goes, and then we had this other thunderstorm come through, and so then we're like, okay, you should probably switch it out after that. And I was like, okay. So she didn't even ask to see my ID. She just took it and went and got a new one. And I came home, plugged it in, and then it said, to enter this whatever I don't know what, some kind of a, serial number thing. Y'all, I was like, who is, if this is going to be a number that you're going to need to use, that you need to know, shouldn't you make it a little bit bigger? Just a little bit? So I was like, hell's bells, I can't see that. So I went and got the reading glasses. And even then I was like, oh, geez, I still can't tell, Is that an 8 or a 0? Or is it another 8? I don't know. So, but with my glasses, I was like, I think it's a 0. So I was like, well, I'll find out here in a second. And it was a 0. So that was good. Oh no, that doesn't go there. Oh, I am switching back to my blue dot because I am tired of getting putty on stuff. 1, 2, 3. And I just heard that my sheets are ready to come out of the washer and go into the dryer. So that's good. Fridays are sheet days, as long as I remember. So if I don't remember, though, then it's Saturdays. In fact, last week it was Saturday, but I was like, no, I want to get back on my Fridays. So, God, I'm having a hard time with these 6s. And I think those are 8s. Oh, or maybe those aren't 6s. Maybe those are 8s. Yeah. At some point, I'm going to have to up my lighting, get the glasses, do something, because although I should just look on the other side because it's going to be very similar. Save my old peepers. Where was I? There I was. So how have y'all been? I hope everything's going good for you. If it isn't, if things aren't going good for you, because sometimes it just doesn't, I hope that, I bring you a little bit of company. And from my experience, things do get better. It may take a long time, but they do get better. You just got to hang in there. You just got to hang in there. I know bad things happen to good people all the time. And I've experienced that. But things that you think, will never change, they do. Even the good things change. Like that thing that Elizabeth sent me with my pen order. It's going to change. So, I think sometimes I've often thought that what I should do is when I'm having a good day or a good moment or whatever, it's like I should write this down so that when I'm having a bad day, I can pull it out and go, see, you have had good days. This will not last forever. So, anyway. Okay, y'all, I need to take a break real fast, and then I will be back. See you in a minute. Don't go anywhere because I will be back in the blink of an eye. Okay, everyone, I'm back. It has been longer than what I said because, let's see, 6. I was working on, no, these are 9s, I think. Yeah, so, yeah, 9. So, let's see, I went and got my glasses this time, see if that helps. Oh, yes, that helps, of course. And I hope you don't see my big head in here. Yeah, I do see some more. So anyway, we went to lunch, and then while we were at lunch, I got a text that someone wanted to come see the house between 2 and 3. So I was like, sure. So came home and then made a whirlwind. Of course, the house was relatively cleaned up, but you can always do with a quick dusting and a quick vacuum, So I did some spot cleaning and then got some Clorox wipes and went around in the bathrooms and just did a once over in there. So yeah. So they came and they were here for, I don't know, about 30 minutes. And when they left, I texted my real estate agent and told her, I said, they were here about 30 minutes. I don't know if that's good or not. And she was like, that's about twice as long as normal. So I'm going to take that as a good sign. So I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully they'll at least leave some feedback, on what they liked or didn't like about the house. So, I think if there's going to be anything someone doesn't like, it's going to be the dogs. But I'm sorry, I have dogs. I'm not getting rid of my dogs. I love my dogs, and I don't even know if I want you to live here if you don't love dogs, or at least love cats, some kind of pet, unless, of course, you're allergic. Then, of course, I understand that. But I only have carpet in my bedrooms, so, that would be easy enough to switch out. The rest of my house is hardwoods or tile. So, yeah. So we'll see. I'm sure this weekend will be more. Max's friend was supposed to come out today, but he hasn't heard from him. So, but, he had told Max he gets like 40 calls a day. Roofers are hard to come by right now. It's, that's pretty much the way it is with everything, right? Feast or famine. So, roofers and fencers. Fencers? No. What do you call people who put in fences? Fence contractors, maybe. So, anyway, we have our option period. We extended it, and it's tomorrow at 5 p.m. So I don't know what that means. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know that there's anything that the owner can do if she can't get, the insurance adjuster to get back with her. And I was talking to Max. We're going Monday morning to talk with the real estate agent that I use, because she gave us a pretty decent quote on the new house. But I was like, will they even insure it if it has work that needs to be done? You know, well, is that even a thing? And he was like, well, I don't know. Can't repair it till I get in it, you know. And I'm like, I know, but I don't know that they will. I don't know. That's the facts. I just don't know. So, you know, it's always something. But I'm not really stressed about it much anymore because I'm so wound up with, you know, my house and worried that it's not going to sell and, you know, what have you. So, I don't know. But we shall see. Max is worried enough for both of us on the new house. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting if I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when my house sells. Living with him, it's going to be tight with 3 dogs, but we'll make it work. It's actually not that much smaller than the house we're moving to. It's just the way the rooms are set up, you know. It's not really about the square footage as much as it is how everything is set up. So, but I will have a craft room over there. He's donating his, can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see that. Hang on. Hey. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all are looking at nothing. I'm over here. Anyway, he's gifting his weight set, his exercise equipment, to our local fire department, to our local station here, where my son works out of. So they're coming to get that tomorrow. I asked them if they could bring the fire truck. Of course they won't, but you know. Seems like they do all this stuff for little kids. You know, they're always going to daycares and, you know, school events, and they had I don't know, welcoming the high school kids to, you know, they call it fish camp, you know, the 9th graders, incoming freshmen, and, you know, they take the pumper truck out there and spray water, and I'm like, you know, this ain't fair. We are the ones that pay the taxes. How come we don't get all this? It's like, I want to go sit in the fire truck. And Jacob says, Mom, you want to show up? I will show you a fire truck. It's like, well, no, I want you to come to my house. I want you to spray me with the water hose. I probably don't. I'll probably be like, what the hell? But, yeah. All the kiddos get to have all the fun. Wham, wham, wham. So I don't really remember what I had talked about before because it's literally been a few hours. So I think I was kind of finishing up. I don't remember. But I'm not going to just sit here and babble while, you know, y'all are going, come on, lady, say something. So I know I feel like every time I quit recording, or like at night, I'll go, oh man, I wanted to tell them this, you know, and I forgot. I do know that my alien putty has come in. It's in my mailbox, but yeah. Max's truck, you know, his truck stays outside. So when we went to go to lunch today at 11 o'clock in the morning, and his temperature gauge said 109. And I'm like, you know, I'm sure that's because it was, you know, sitting in the sun. But I'm telling you, it is hot. So I think he said it was supposed to hit 100 today anyways. I don't know that I'll be walking to the mailbox. Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So I may get my alien putty tomorrow. When we go to lunch, I'll stop by the mailbox and get it. It'll be so nice to have my mailbox at the end of my driveway. Never really bothered me that much before, but now it does. And I don't know if it's because, you know, I'm getting more packages, but yeah, I'm not a big fan. See, I'm afraid if I flip this around, I'm going to think the 6s or 9s and mess up big time. Yep, there's 3 more 9s. Yeah, I really don't want to mess this up. I really want to finish it so that I can work on my Oz and Og. I haven't worked on it in 2 days. And it's going to be 3 days if I don't get to it today. There's some more 9s. Oh, goodness. I'm noticing these crystals aren't perfectly round. I guess that's why you can't get square crystals, right? Or can you? I don't think I've ever seen square crystals. Have you? I don't think I have. But I could see where it would be difficult to get them uniform. But I do like the round ones. They're very pretty. Very pretty. I have a feeling this is these, you know, Smashing the Specials Christmas stuff that I'm doing is going to be the only Christmas decorations that I may have this year out anyway. Do y'all think I should seal these things like the gingerbread house that I did right before Smashing the Specials and this one here? Do you think they should be sealed? What do you think? Do you think it would be wise to do so or not necessary? It seems pretty sticky, but you know, I mean, I plan on using these at Christmas. I plan on putting them out and using them. So, yeah. And I just wonder if it might be a problem later. But then I have heard people say that some of them could, yellow. Well, I don't want that, you know. I mean, I want it to look nice. But I don't want the drills to fall off because, I mean, these don't have a DMC. There's not a legend or anything. So I don't know what colors they are. So that's not going to work. But, you know, in all fairness, would I save the legend? No, probably not. I mean, I've never had any of my diamond art clubs that I have hanging up. I've never had any of those pop, and I only seal canvases that I'm gifting to somebody. I'll seal them then because, you know, I don't want them to lose a drill and then go, hey, one of them's missing. Can you put it back? And me go, what? I have no idea. So, what would you do? What have you done? And if you did it, did you regret it? Regardless of whether you sealed or you didn't seal. Did you regret sealing? Did you regret not sealing? Is my head getting in y'all's way? I got my glasses on, but still I'm having to focus. Well, I know there's more. Okay, let's look over here. So I got, wait a minute. I messed up. Yep, I did because these are 6s. Yep, not 9s. Not 9s. Okay, move that over here. Now let's look at this and see. Got those there, those there, those there, those there, 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 there. Okay, I think we did. Okay, y'all. I think I have rambled long enough. I can't, and I know it's going to happen. As soon as I upload the video, it's going to be, oh, y'all. hang on. So the people that looked at my house, hang on. My real estate agent just texted me and said there's an offer coming in. So, oh my gosh. Ay, 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 ay. I hope it's a decent offer. If it's a decent offer, I'm going to take it because it's really a hassle. So anyway, okay, so now I'm nervous, so I don't know what I need to do, but I'm going to stop for a little bit and I will keep y'all posted. But I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, and I may post in the community chat. I do have an unboxing coming up to do. I'm waiting on another kit that's coming today. It's supposed to. So I will do, so that makes, I think, 3 kits that I need to do. So I'll try to do those all at the same time. And yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm very nervous. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did. I really do enjoy talking to you. Yes, I know. You know, we're really not together, but I feel like I'm talking to you on the phone, you know, because I use my phone. I record with my phone. So I feel like I'm just talking to you on my phone. It's a one-sided conversation, mind you, but, you know, leave me a comment down below because I really don't want it to be a one-sided conversation. I really would like to hear from you. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I really do appreciate it. And the thumbs up, it really does. It really does make my heart happy. And way more than half of the people who watch my videos, I think I found out, they aren't subscribed. So, you know, and I get it. Sometimes you just want to see one thing and you want to move on, or maybe I'm not your cup of tea, and that's okay too. But I hope that I am, and I'd like to get to know you. So I will see you in my next upload, everyone. Bye.